Rio Raymond, and he's here to set it right. Just for kicks, I came to kick the mic. I said I had a long day, but tonight's the night.
Hello and welcome to Life is Life. I'm Rio Raymond, and today I've got someone who is very, very different from the field that he comes from, because he's an Indian who lived in the US. Well, that's not quite intriguing at all. But here's what's more intriguing and very unusual. He's someone who's involved in contraband transportation for the most part of his life. Well, got sent back from the US, and today he's a very successful rapper and also an entrepreneur. Please put your hands together and welcome Neff, aka Rohan Ramesh. Neff, aka Rohan Ramesh, welcome to Life is Life. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
And I must say, for a rapper, you look quite dapper.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And firstly, let me ask you this, what does Neff mean?
Basically, I grew up most of my life in Trenton, New Jersey. There's a slang, like in the hood out there, they call people Neff, like, what's up, Neff? You might have heard Snoop Dogg say it. So when I was young, they used to refer to me as Indian Neff. And when I decided to become a rapper, that's been my name. That's what people refer to me as. I don't believe in just making up a new name as per what I like, so I just kept it real. And
so you were a rapper, like, from the time you were in the US, you became a rapper only when you came to India?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to discuss more about that. But firstly, let me ask you about your life in the US in general. So you moved to, or rather your parents took you to the US when you were just about 10 months old. Say at a very tender age of 13, you got into this lifestyle or this world of selling contraband.
Yes, this happened around the age of 13. It continued for a long time after that. A little bit of an interesting story. I guess that's why you called me here today.
So let's say you're an Indian kid out there in the US. Very unusual for anyone to hear of an Indian kid getting into contraband.
It is unusual, even I haven't heard of it much.
Yeah.
It definitely does exist. Don't get me wrong, but not so much.
It's not, I mean, we don't hear it here.
No.
But then yeah, why did you get into this lifestyle?
I guess the place I grew up, maybe the people I was around, it just seemed appealing to me from a young age, you know? Who doesn't want money and power and respect when they're kids? I mean, literally for me, it happened as an accident. I was literally like walking down the street in the night by my house, and I just bumped into a group of guys that made me an offer.
Okay.
That's literally how it happened.
Do you remember what they told you?
Yeah, they basically gave me something and said, sell this and keep half.
Wow. And how much did you make?
About $100.
Here's the thing. So you're studying and you're also into contraband transportation at the age of 13. Did you finish your school and college though?
Yes, I did later. When I was maybe 21 or 22, I had moved to Salt Lake City, Utah. There I finished in exercise science. But I also worked in personal training field for some time. But this was going on the whole time. It wasn't like I was doing college or personal training. This was part of my life from 13 onwards. No matter what else I was doing this for money.
So yeah, so you started off doing this to earn a bit of pocket money?
Yeah.
But then it became a lifestyle.
Yeah.
But then yeah, you got into this lifestyle and you finished your college as well. So you got pulled into this world of yours, a lot of money, luxurious lifestyle. But how were you running your errands? Were you doing this by yourself? Were you part of a team?
I have always been kind of a lone wolf. So I did things mostly by myself, and in this business and in life in general, as I find people are fairly disloyal, so I don't trust people very easily. I try to do things by myself, whether I get a reward or I get a consequence. It is what it is.
What was your earnings like back in time?
I mean, I can say I would have made and lost millions of dollars to this day.
So you made and lost. What do you mean by made and lost?
Easy come, easy go.
Money that comes in easy doesn't last long, does it?
Not at all.
And you're proof to that.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of money that you lost.
A lot of money, and a lot of money that I spent too. You know, when you earn things so easily, you don't really value them, right? So I mean, literally, we've been the ones in the nightclub spraying $1,000 champagne bottles on the ceiling and covering people in champagne. This is when you're young and dumb and you think this thing is gonna last forever. You know, when you're in the middle of these things, you never think about when's it gonna end or what's the consequences. You just think about,
you're in that moment.
I got this, and I'm on top of the world, and it's gonna last forever. And I guess in movies it might, but in real life,
really not the case.
No.
But this is very unusual, you know, for an Indian kid out in the US to be involved in contraband transportation. We never hear of that. At least over here, we don't hear of an Indian kid doing something of that kind in the US. Did you ever face any racism though?
I did, more so when I was younger, and like, I can't say anything so bad. I was never like, I don't know, not like the racism black people are experiencing in America now, but I would feel safe to say Americans are fucking racist. So at a young age, I did experience some of this, and I didn't know how to deal with it. That is probably one of the major factors what attracted me into this type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? You don't want people to pick on you or people to bully you, or when you're young, you don't know what else to do. When you get into these type of things, people generally can't.
Let's say you just want to protect yourself, you feel a little more secure, and one of the reasons that drove you into this was the bullying and the racism factor that kicked in.
I would have to say it was a factor.
And yeah, I mean, I hope stuff like this doesn't happen to someone, because they eventually would want to regret whatever happens to them. But talking about lifestyle, I want to ask you, this life gives a lot of money, brings a lot of money, a lot of luxury. What is it like for you?
I wasn't so much into jewelry, maybe as the next guy, but I was into cars. I had a Cadillac, I had Jaguar. I've driven all sorts of sports cars. I used to rent them. Like I used to go to Vegas 5-10 times a year, party, just ball out, man. I mean, we were living the life. You know what I mean?
I wish I knew what you were meaning, because I've never lived that life. I mean, in terms of at least the partying kind, but in terms of your pad, was it like a bachelor pad? What kind of a house were you living in?
Oh, I've had many houses. At the time when all this stuff was going on, I used to rent 3 or 4 apartments or houses at a time.
Wow, this is for you to move around from one city to another?
No, in the same city, just to keep
Chiri?
Just to keep different things in, you know what I mean?
Okay, like basically like your
stash houses.
Stash houses. And all this while, you know, we talked about the luxury, but then there are trouble times that come along with the life that you lead. Threats, maybe ransom calls, whatnot. Was murder ever on your mind for anything that could have happened?
There were obviously situations where people have stolen from me or tried to break into my house for things. It has crossed my mind, but I can safely say I never murdered anybody.
And this lifestyle, of course, brings in a whole lot of mental, I wouldn't say trauma, but then stress.
I guess stress for some people, trauma for others. Depends on how you come out of it.
And that's also more in the reasons because of what you're carrying, and also in terms of the rivalry that you have with someone, or maybe the cops are on the lookout for you. Did you ever think of killing yourself though?
No, I firmly am against suicide. I guess my life, though was bad, maybe other people's life can be worse. I don't judge anybody, but me personally, I don't think there's any reason that anybody could ever justify killing themselves.
And were you ever held at gunpoint?
I have been held at gunpoint.
And the reason being?
Robberies.
You've been shot at as well. I'm guessing you've been shot at.
I've never been shot. I have been shot at, and I've been stabbed once, little stab, not a big stab.
Coming back to the part where, you know, this lifestyle does bring in its own, you know, positives and negatives. The positive side, of course, is the money and everything. But then what is it that you lost? Was there something that you lost in this lifestyle?
Time, peace of mind. I guess in a sense, I lost my whole life because I grew up in a different place and I made friends, I made connections, I built a life there, and now I'm in a different place and my life restarted all over again. Those people, those 30 years that I was in America, it doesn't really matter to me anymore.
But you do know that you could have changed some, or rather, there could have been a certain part of you that could have changed, or a certain life of you could have been different if only you didn't choose this life.
I mean, obviously, everything would be different if I had chosen a different path, but it doesn't necessarily mean I would have ended up better, right?
True, because you know from your life experience as to where you would end up. You ever carry the weaponry around you?
I have owned several firearms.
Do you want to give us a few names?
AK-47,
okay.
SKS, Mossberg, Glock 9, Ruger.
I'm really lost for words when I'm listening to someone like this, because this is the stuff that we see in movies. But I'm sitting with you and I'm just talking about it. I can already paint a picture for myself as to how it could have been for you. Constantly under threat, constantly on the run, constantly living this life of no security. But then there comes a point where you have lost 8 years of your life because of the consequences. And suddenly when you thought that you could change and turn a different leaf, you've been asked to leave the country. What was going through your mind that time?
It was like a little bit of a situation where I had no different future there, you understand? I've been doing this for such a long time, as I said, and there's always people want to pull you back in, especially when you earn money for them or earn money with them. It got to the point where when this situation occurred and I came to India, it was like, I knew like if I stay in America, this is just going to get worse and worse and worse, and I'm going to end up dead or in a worse situation or whatever it is. So though I wasn't happy about it at all looking forward, I took it as an opportunity to come here and restart my life.
And what happens to all the money that you've made over the time?
A lot of it got burnt up, spent. Some of it got lost. Some of it was around when I came.
Before we get to the Indian side of things, I just want to understand, if someone gets into this world, Is it that difficult for someone to get out?
No, because again, this isn't the movies, right? My story may be a little bit more extreme than what you normally hear, or even possibly what's in the movies sometimes. But typically, most people against his lifestyle are just supporting a cheap drug habit or earning minimum wage. You know, not everybody makes it to that point or a level. So when the risk, or I should say when the reward is extremely high, the risks you're willing to take also match. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I was making $50 a week or a day for the last 20 years, I probably would have left this a long time ago. But when you start making thousands and thousands of dollars in the snap of a finger, it's very difficult to leave.
You're only digging deeper and deeper.
Deeper and deeper.
Well, you did come out of that deep hole that you were once sucked into. So let's say, before we get to the side where everything started happening for you, but when you moved to Bangalore, new place, of course, new country, in fact, although your roots are from India. But then what was on your mind? What did you want to start off? Did you want to go work for someone, start something on your own?
As I told you, I went to college for exercise science. So I've been a fitness trainer during all this for 3, 4, or 5 years in gym in America. So when I first came here, I had no intention of rapping. I never thought about being a rapper. So I was actually I had clients I was training as a fitness trainer, not in a gym or anything. I had my own private clients. That's what I was doing at first. Then I thought about opening up a gym or a private training center or something, but then seeing the situation here, I decided against it. And so basically, after being here about a year, I ran into a music producer in Indiranagar, and he just asked me, like, because of my history and all, like, why don't you think about being a rapper? And turns out I'm pretty good at it. So I got lucky, you know. Then I met a few more people, music producers, that helped me out. They gave me a couple of shows or gigs when I didn't know anybody in the city. Now I know pretty much every venue owner in Bangalore, so I'm blessed.
So you had no stint of rapping or music when you were in the US. It all started right here.
I used to go to the studio with people that I used to sell drugs to and hang out with them in studios, all gangsters, and I'd be recording music, and I never gave a fuck because all I wanted to do was what I was doing.
Because the money was coming anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that seems interesting, because you once went to sell something to them, and now you're selling something they used to sell, or rather they still do sell, music. Yeah, so then you started rapping. Fitness was one side, rapping is one side, but of course you have a very heavy party life that comes along with it.
Yes, I do. I'm a bona fide party animal. You know, we have an events company. We run a shitload of events, parties, after parties. This, in addition to my live shows. So, pretty much.
Run me through your entire day. What happens? Tell me.
Nowadays, you know, I'm trying to be a little bit more responsible. So I get up, I work out about minimum 2 separate times per day. As you know, I'm handling several businesses. I do marketing. I'm an independent artist, all right? When I say independent, I don't got all these guys. I do everything from start to finish. I make the posters.
Don't make me feel bad.
No, you're the boss, so that's different. But for me, I do everything, man. I make the posters. I stand in the fucking entry. Not now, but I used to if I needed to. I'm even the bouncer sometimes in my own shows, you know what I mean? I don't care, and I don't have interest in working with labels or anything like that unless they're gonna cut me a check for $1 million. I'm not interested. I wanna do my thing the way I know how to do it, and win, lose, success, or fail, it should be on me, not on anybody else. That's what
we believe on our show here as well. The whole meaning of life for us, at least, is listen, I fuel everything. And you do what you have to do for your life, and you'll eventually get to a point where you want to. And speaking of, you know, in terms of your life as an independent artist, when you say you started rapping and you're fueling your own thing, or rather investing your own money into this, what were you thinking of the rap scene in Bangalore that time? Because it is not that big.
It's not. The rap scene isn't that big in Bangalore. It's a little bigger in India as a whole and other cities, but the English rap scene is like a straight uphill battle. Like you said, I realized right away that being an English rapper, especially in my genre, which crosses between like gangster rap and whatever, it would be an uphill battle here. English music, especially English rap, I should say, is like a very small following in Bangalore and India. Hindi rap, or even if a Kannada rap, you have a much bigger chance of getting some attention here. For me personally, I take this as an invitation and a challenge. You know, like you said, it's budding or whatever. I want to be the one that makes it grow. Understand? I don't really care about what anybody else is doing. I believe in myself. I believe in my music and my story and my content. So maybe the reason the rap scene isn't so big is because I had the right person.
I mean, from what we've had a chat till now, I can understand you're a person of a very strong character, and that's what keeps you going, and I wish you all the best for that. You must have definitely, I wouldn't say looked up to, but also like fancy listening to certain artists? You ever had anything like that? Who is it?
I couldn't answer you which is my favorite because I have a lot of favorites, but I'm like an old school fan of music. So if I had to pick the best rapper ever, for now until all of eternity, it will be Tupac.
Okay.
Tupac will be the best because if you listen to Tupac's music, he died like 20 years ago. It's still relevant today. It still makes you feel the same way today that it did back then, you know? And I grew up listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I've actually met them. I've met DMX, who was also another favorite of mine. So I used to go to a lot of concerts, and I used to always go to concerts and try to meet the artists. I've met a lot of people. So I've been into this for a long time. Like, I just never had the thought of becoming a rapper myself, you know what I mean?
So you've seen this life, but you never thought of, you know, pursuing it until someone in Bangalore told you.
Yeah, and it wasn't that people hadn't asked me in America. People had asked me, but I just never was interested.
Well, it's just that Bangalore had to give you what you needed.
I guess so.
The city of warmth, the city a lot of us call home. Have you finished off an album till now?
I have my mixtape I just released the video Never Stop Grinding recently.
Okay.
So that's the first release from the mixtape. The mixtape is done. It'll be releasing shortly. We had some delays and all.
And this was all done by you and maybe with the help of a producer?
Yeah, my producer, his name is Msiah. He's going to be doing your track as well. So he helped me with the tracks. Every lyric ever in any of my songs is written by me, not even one word allowed by anybody else. And yeah, it's done. It's dope. It took me 2 years to finish it because I scrapped the entire project 6 or 7 times. I didn't like the production. I didn't like the stuff the producers did. I didn't like my vocals sometimes. I scrapped it. I wasted money, everything, because I don't know how long I can do this. Whatever I do while I'm here, I want it to be good.
Well, I must say, it's been a long time that I heard someone say the word dope. It's really been long, and I'm just thinking, when's the last time I heard that word?
I'm trying to sound a little professional. I think I say dope a lot, more than just normally.
But I'm going to wish you all the best for your EP of multi-track is what you said, right?
Mixtape.
Mixtape. I'm going to wish you all the best for that. And like you want to change the whole rap scene in the city, I hope you end up doing that one day.
That is the goal. Let's see.
And there's another thing that happened with you. I mean, Bangalore's done a lot for you. In fact, the lady love also walked into your life and has changed a lot. Do you want to speak something about her?
She has been a blessing on my life because she offers me that stability, which I didn't have. She has about 7 or 8 degrees, and we've opened a company. She's opened a company. It's called Target C Investigations and Forensics.
Have you ever thought of this? Life has come like a full circle for you, from getting involved into this world, the street life, to coming to Bangalore and getting married to someone.
Back to an Indian girl, right?
Indian girl, and also who is into investigation, who's a detective.
It's a hell of a change, right? Yeah. So I don't know. I think about it every day. Like, it's quite ironic, right?
And you're also going to be opening a club, is what you've been telling me.
Yes.
New venture.
Yes, in Bannerghatta Road. It's a premium nightclub, let's say.
Okay.
We're going for one of the fanciest nightclubs in Bangalore. Not necessarily the biggest, but it's a pretty nice space.
Well, I'm going to wish you all the best for that and also for your rap career. And I must tell you this, you've had a great stint with Second Chances and they don't come easy. And with this Second Chances, I don't think I have heard of a better story to tell for Second Chances. Thank you for coming by. Indeed, life is life.
Yes, it is.
Since you've been rapping for the longest time and I've been rhyming for the longest time, failing at it very miserably, and we thought we'd put this game out together for the both of us called Rhyme Time with Rio.
Okay.
Where there's a certain topic and both of us rhyme one sentence after another.
Okay.
And what happens is if one of us messes up, the other person gets to throw water in the other person's face.
Interesting.
I know you will kick my ass in this one because
I probably would if you weren't doing an interview right now.
we're going to head straight to that though.
Okay.
All right, so we're suited and we're coated as well because we're going to be playing a fun one this time. It's called Rhyme Time with Rio. I have this habit of rhyming and he's got this passion for rapping. So it's going to collide now, or rather collaborate. Not collide, collaborate this time around, where we choose a topic, we come on common ground here, and our common ground is Bangalore.
Okay.
So we rhyme one sentence after another. And if I mess
With the
up,
word Bangalore?
yeah, but it has to make sense.
Okay.
About Bangalore, not with the word Bangalore, right? But it has to make sense. And if we mess up, either by not rhyming correctly, or if you don't make sense, then the other person gets to throw water on the other person's face. Right?
Okay.
Figure? Easy? I think we should probably have a toss and see who's going to go first.
Okay.
Okay. I hope you've seen the ₹1 coin in it.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, your call. You're the guest.
Heads.
Tails it is.
Okay.
But I'll be nice enough to let you start.
All right. So you want me to start?
Anything about Bangalore. Could be the
Okay.
roads, could be people, could be the vibe of the city, could be the weather, anything.
Rio Raymond. I'm your boy, any double left from Bangalore. I just took a trip to Bangalore, came back, but all the rappers around here rap like cow manure.
Ask for a sentence, bro. You went on a full rap. I don't know what to say. Hearing you, my ears went sore, but I don't know what to say. I can't speak anymore.
I think that deserves water.
You continue.
I have to rhyme the same word?
Same way.
More.
Yeah.
I have to rhyme with more.
Yeah.
You want more, I'll bring it hardcore to the core. I told you the rappers is cow manure. I could buy these fake raps at the store.
Whoa. Do you think you can do this more often, but not like what you did right? Just throw the water.
This I like.
Oh, right in my nose, bro.
I got good aim.
For holes, we can start again.
All right?
Yeah.
Your turn now.
I have to start?
You have to start.
My boy Riff, thank you for coming to Life is Life. But you got to say anything more about your wife?
My wife is nice. I like my life. Please don't ask about my wife twice.
Will you cut me with a knife?
Maybe after I throw this water on you.
My turn, because you didn't rhyme.
Okay, no problem. You missed.
Damn! My height is the problem, bro. So your turn.
Just aim upwards.
Alright, next time.
All right, man. You play the game with the flip of a coin. You can't really beat me, and your rap is annoying.
Just throw the water. Can't find words. Oh! Whoa!
I'm not gonna miss like you.
Clearly, I'm missing even rapping, dude. So I have to start? Shit. Where do I start from?
You can quit anytime you want.
No, I'm not a quitter.
Good.
I might lose, but I'm not a quitter.
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
Okay, so where do I start? You know, I come from a place very close by. It's called Vivek Nagar.
Okay.
But if I were to go further than that, I probably might hit Jayanagar.
I think that's a loss automatically.
No! It makes sense if I were to go further than that.
How do I rhyme with Jayanagar? All right. You said you live near Jayanagar, but I think I got a fly bugger. And yeah, I fucked it up. Your turn. You got it. I can't rap with Jayanagar, man. I'm from Jersey. What the hell?
This is not New Jersey.
You got me that time.
Alright, your turn.
All right, man. That's gonna be the last cup of water that you throw in my face. I'm gonna
hope
wipe
not.
your ass all over this place.
What do you mean? Oh, okay,
That's a loss. That's a
no,
loss.
I didn't give up yet. Wait, hang it. I might be lurking around this place, but let me tell you, this is a rhyme battle, not a running race.
Okay. You're lucky it's not a running race because I'm fast as fuck. And I might throw this water in your face with an even bigger cup.
Fucking cup, how is that rhyming?
It rhymes, all right.
That's not rap, this is rhyming.
All right, your turn.
Your turn to start again.
I think we're running out of water. You better pour some more because I'm about to hit you. Oh, shit. Look it up.
Starting problem?
All right, now your turn.
I look like a boss now, bro. Go for the last one. I'll let you start anyway. I don't know if you can catch up because of, like, I know what it's like. Go on.
Mr. Rio Raymond is playing Life is Life. You already hit me with water twice or thrice. It ain't gonna happen again because I'm gonna dump a bucket on your head and I'm back to where we started and you ain't gonna...
We're not starting this at all. You see, I struggled in the beginning.
His rhymes are a little bit too dumbed down for me. I can't compete with that.
That's what rhymes are, but I'm not rapping. But you know, as a tradition in this game, I'm giving you face wash through today. But
Cheers.
oh, you want to try one more? Like for
I think Rio Raymond beat the rapper in the rhyming game.
I've never done this before, publicly, a rhyme battle. But to win it for the first time, and that too beating a rapper like who's quite dapper and all of that, wow. Do you think I should get into rapping?
I don't think so. I would recommend you stick to the talk shows.
I stick to that, and you stick to rapping. You stick to having more not organizations, but more entrepreneurial ventures coming out. And all the best for everything that you lined up.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you having me.
Thank you for coming by, and remember, life is life. What can we take back from this one? So much of regrets? Well, that's exactly what we take with us most of the times, don't we? So keep your regrets away, or rather forget them away, and don't keep your future at bay. Because second chances don't come that easy. See you next time on Life is Life.
Things get twisted, but life is life. Life ain't fair, but life is life.